All right, let's get started. Finding your targeted niche. First of all, what is niche marketing? Niche marketing is nothing more than a focused message. A niche or target marketing delivers a focused or targeted message to a group identified on the basis of their shared belief system, social or personal history or lifestyle. Basically, you're looking for a group of people that have a focused message, that you can identify them as having some kind of shared belief system, social or personal history or lifestyle. What you're looking for is a group of people that have a common problem that you can solve with the products that you're and services that you're going to be offering. And that's nothing more than what niche marketing is. It's looking for a group of people that share a common problem, and you are looking for them to deliver the products and deliver the solution to that problem. It's not always easy. You need to realize that finding the right niche for your authority website isn't always going to be easy, but don't let this process stop you cold in your track. So many people get stopped with niche marketing. They just don't seem to be able to find that niche that they just think is going to be profitable. The fact of the matter is there are so many niches out there that are already proven to be profitable that if you just can't get moving forward, you need to just pick some. And I'm going to be showing you some of those niches here in a little bit that you can just say, okay, this one looks interesting. Let's at least go with this. Don't get stopped in this process. Too many people do that already. With niche marketing, you need to develop authority and credibility. One of your main goals you need to accomplish is to establish yourself as an authority in your niche. By doing so, you will establish credibility and trust in your market, and this is a must to dominate your niche. So one of your main goals is going to be establishing authority in your niche. If you want people to buy from you, they have got to respect you as the authority. They got to see that you have credibility. They have got to be able to get to the point where they trust you, that you are going to be able to help them deliver a solution to the problem that they have. And this is not as hard as you may think. You may think right now that I don't know anything really about the niche. I'm really not sure that I really have all that much expertise or authority or credibility. I've never even made any sales or anything like this. It's not as easy as, or I mean, excuse me, it's easier than what you might think that it is, to establish credibility and authority. If you're looking for a topic, you may need to look no further than your own experience. And if you're still searching for a topic, you may be saying to yourself, but I'm not an expert at anything. That is just craziness to even think about believing something like that. You have so much within you. The problem of it is, I'm going to skip down to the bottom of the slide here. The problem of it is you just haven't seen it in a marketable light yet. So you've got a lot of expertise. You've got a lot of things that you've done in your life that you have, that you're going to be able to help other people with to solve problems that they're having right now. So get that out of your head. You are an expert at something. You just haven't looked at it in the right light yet. Everyone has life experiences, training, and skills that others do not have, and other people are looking for you with those experiences, especially life experiences. Look at marketing online when you're teaching the online how to make money online niche. People are looking for somebody that has that life experience, that they know exactly how to make money online. They know all the ins and outs of it. They've got a proven system that they can share with somebody, but they're looking for somebody that's been there. They've done that, not somebody that's, really not just started out. But that's not saying that you can't get started with never having done a single thing in your life with this. I did the exact same thing. I had no experience whatsoever in internet marketing online. I really had very little basic computer skills. But yet I was able to build a six-figure business very, very quickly with just after putting together a product. And it was really easy to build that credibility that we were talking about and that expertise because I went off of other people that already had developed the credibility. And we'll get into that in further trainings. Everyone knows something that others want to know or can do, and something that others want to learn. You may know how to have the greenest and most lush lawn in the neighborhood that is free of pesticides. So when you look around the neighborhood, you see you know those yards that are just the envy of the neighborhood. Well, how do they get them like that? Is that something that's marketable? Of course it is. There's people wanting to know. They're sitting there with their dead brown looking lawns in the middle of the summer, and you're sitting there with this beautiful green lawn. Well, if they want that green lawn, they need to know how to do it. So they're going to turn to you. Maybe you cook the perfect roast turkey that is praised by the whole family. Maybe you've been told that you raised the perfect ethical child. And if that's the case, please write an ebook and send that to me quickly. Just kidding. My children are awesome. I love how they're turning out. You know, the problem is, like I just said a little earlier, you have many marketable skills and talents. You haven't seen them in a marketable light yet. You haven't had to look at them in a marketable light. They are just part of your life. And now it's time to take them and look at them just a little bit differently. Tips to help you discover and prosper in your niche market. First off, make sure that you choose a topic that will keep your interest. This is pretty important because there's going to be challenges that you face. If you've been doing this for any time at all, you already know the challenges that you're going to be facing. They're there. They're always going to be there. I don't care what you do in life. There's going to be challenges. So you need to do something that is going to keep you interested, to keep that motivation and that momentum going once you get started. So choose something you're interested in. Take a look at what your passions are. Really take a look at the things that you are just passionate about. And these are the things that when you start talking, other people look at you and go, oh, not again. You know, they're really not going to be talking about that again, are they? You know, it's the thing of it is you are passionate about it. It's on your mind. It's on your heart. That's who you are. And a lot of people look at it, it's like, well, I'm really passionate about it, but I've never made any money with it. So how in the world would that be marketable? That can't be profitable. Like I said, you just haven't looked at it in the right light yet. You haven't looked at it in a marketable light yet. So what are your passions? And you should be writing these things down as you think about them. What are things that you are knowledgeable about? Maybe not necessarily passionate about, but you're knowledgeable about. It always helps to have knowledge in the area that you go into. But again, not necessary. There's research to be done. You just have to put forth the effort to do some research and to gain that knowledge so that you can be an effective teacher with it and build that credibility that you need. What kind of talents and skills do you have? You know, what are the talents that you have? A lot of people have talents of singing. Maybe they've had voice lessons and they're a really great singer. Well, that's a talent that would be marketable because there's other people that could be looking for you to teach them how to sing properly, how to do the breathing techniques, whatever. You know, like teaching guitar lessons, things like that. What kind of talents do you have? What kind of skills do you have? What are your hobbies? What are the things that you like to do on the weekend or when you got some free time or whatever? What are those hobbies that you do? Be writing these things down and let's start looking at them in a different light, in a marketable light. Research your target market and come up with an idea for your product. The following 3 criteria must be met. First of all, you need to choose a topic where people are looking for information to solve a common problem. So the biggest thing that you have to look for is, like we said at the beginning, is they're coming online looking for information to solve a common problem. And you're going to put yourself right at the search engine where they're at for them to find you. So when they type in those keywords that they're looking for a solution to the problem that they have, you're going to pop up with a solution. They're willing to spend money on that information, and you're going to hear this one a couple times throughout there because it's important. They have to be willing to spend money on that information that they're looking for. It might not be a product where if you're going online looking for a recipe to learn how to fry the perfect chicken or whatever, that might not be something somebody's willing to pay money for, but maybe a recipe book with, full of recipes, a whole ebook just chock full of them would be something they would be interested in purchasing. So you've got to make sure that it's something they're ready to spend money on. You personally are at least moderately interested about this topic. And this is something that I'm going to say a few times also, because you've got to have interest in it to keep you moving forward, like I've already said. and keep that momentum going, to face those challenges and still say, I can still keep going in this. When you can't do you figure you can't do the technical things, to be able to say, okay, I'm going to keep going and I'm just going to look for a different way to get around these technical things, maybe outsourcing or whatever. But your interest has to be there enough to keep you going. Now, although the third point is optional, I recommend it if you are going to stay interested and motivated to promote your products for months and years to come. You have the option of choosing something you love or something that is popular. Make work fun by choosing a market that you enjoy. And this is one of the things, when I first got started, I chose a market that I did not enjoy. And I was really about ready to give up on it. What happened is that I looked within that, and I really looked to see what was all involved, and I found a place that that I became passionate about. That really helped me to finally move forward, to be able to say, okay, I can look forward to getting up in the morning now. I can look forward to getting up in the morning and doing this, and I can go to bed feeling that I added value to somebody's life and that it was worthwhile doing. So make work fun by choosing a market that you enjoy. Why is it so critical to find a group of people with a common problem rather than a hot product? Well, the simple truth is that people very rarely go online to actively look for products to buy. Much more often, they go online to search for solutions to their problems. Once you identify a group of people with a common problem, you can start to think about a product or service you can position as a solution to that problem. Then all you have to do is put yourself in the way of your perfect potential customers and set yourself up for an incredibly successful business. It is critical to find a group of people with a common problem rather than these hot products. Hot products are good to capitalize on while they're there, but if you want to make this really sustainable and long term, find a good group of people that share a common belief, that common problem, and then you put yourself in there. And it's going to be at the search engine. Right there is where you're going to meet them. You're going to put yourself right in their path. And if you don't put yourself there first, somebody else is going to come along and do it. So you're going to have to stay on top of things and really keep this thing going. It's about consistency. Once you start something, is to keep it going and keep building. Like when we're talking traffic or something like that, you don't just write 10 articles. You consistently write articles and put them out there to develop more traffic. You don't just do 1 or 2 videos and put it on YouTube. You consistently add more to that. You consistently write content on your blog. That's what we're talking about, being consistent here. But you're looking for that common group of people with a common problem that you can solve. Find a niche you're passionate about. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this passion, because I think people really get to the point where they think that it holds them back because they just don't see that passion that they have as marketable. But what do you have that you're passionate about that also has a large number of people willing to flip open their wallets? So that's where we got to be careful about it. You got to find not only passionate about it, but there's a large number of people willing to flip open their wallets and buy. We all know something that is of value to someone else, something that others are seeking information on, and you need to discover what drives you, what excites you, and what makes you tick, your true passion. Like I said, it's that thing that other people go, oh my gosh, he's talking about that again. Man, every time we go around that guy, that's all he talks about. You need to find something that will hold your interest and keep you excited about pushing forward. It's the only way you're going to be able to devote the kind of time and effort to creating a meaningful website, build up the right traffic, generate worthwhile income, and enjoy what you're doing, because we just said you need consistency. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to find something that you enjoy doing so that you can continue to be consistent. If you don't enjoy doing it, eventually you're just going to want to give up on it. This is the only way you're going to be able to devote the right kind of time to this. Like I said, it doesn't have to be that passion, that you have right now. You don't have to be that passionate about it starting up, but you've got to develop a passion. You've got to find your passion within it. Really do some searching and find that passion within. And that's what's really going to make it work. When I got started, like I said, I didn't enjoy what I did, but once I discovered the teaching, doing webinars, the relationship building with people. I discovered that these kind of things I was passionate about, and that, and I was like, I think I can really make people feel that passion when I start teaching and when I start helping other people. This is what excites me, and it enabled me to get up in the morning and to continue on with what I'm doing instead of just feeling like throwing the whole towel in. So look for that passion, and sometimes it's the passion within the niche. When someone comes to your website, they need to feel what you're feeling. Your website will reflect exactly how passionate you are about your products. If you're not excited about what you're doing, it's going to show. If you are truly passionate about what you're doing, that is going to show as well. When people come to your website, they need to feel it. You have to make them believe that you know exactly what you're talking about and that the solution you're offering is going to be exactly right for them. You've got to position yourself, position that passion right in front of them and in their mind and stuff. They have got to believe that you are sincere about what you're saying, and it will show in everything that you do. So remember, if you're not passionate about it, that's going to show as well. Pay attention when folks you meet start talking about their hobbies or their passion. If you just can't think of anything, pay attention to the people around you, your friends, your neighbors, your family members. What are the things that their passions are about? And you'll know them because when they start talking and they start talking on a certain subject, you're going to be going the one that's going to go, oh, not again. But this time, look at it a little differently. Look at it as, I wonder if that's marketable. Keep talking. All of a sudden they're gonna be. First of all, you're gonna surprise the heck out of them when they're like, "Are you serious? You're usually telling me to shut up." But say, "No, go ahead and keep talking. I'd really like to discover this passion. Let's get together and really talk about this a little bit." Because what happens is you got an expert now. They're an expert at what they're talking about, and you can maybe partner with them, and they deliver the knowledge while you deliver the skills with the websites and things like that. So pay attention to people. Take a look on your bookshelves, your library. So look at the books, the magazines and stuff that you have laying around. What if you're taking a look and you've got this whole stack of organic gardening magazines? Do you think that's something that maybe you're probably passionate about a little bit, or at least knowledgeable about, or enjoy? Take a look at it in a different light. Let's look at marketing that. Man, there's a lot of people out there that would love to know the ins and outs of organic gardening. Maybe not just organic gardening, but what kind of bugs are beneficial to organic gardening. Really dive deep into it, the different things about organic gardening. But take a look at what's on your bookshelves. The titles of your books, they can become sub-niches. But the things that you've got around your house that you read are probably things that you enjoy. Watch the news. You'll discover some great clues as to what kind of problems people are facing that you could possibly deliver the answer for. Right now, if you look on the news, it's all about, job loss, people that are struggling financially and stuff. They share a common problem. They need work. They need to learn how to make money, whatever it is, that they're looking for. But watch the news. You will discover a lot of problems that people are having. Because the news dwells on this kind of stuff. They look for the problems that people are having, and then you supply the answers to them. Eavesdrop on some conversation while you're standing at a checkout line. If you say you've never done that, right. But that's okay. Look at what their conversation's in a marketable light now. Because when people are standing at a checkout line or wherever they're standing, a lot of the times they're talking about their problems because people love to talk about their problems. Why is it? Well, if they keep them inside, they're probably not going to get a solution. They want a solution. So the more people they talk to about it, they're hoping probably internally that they find a solution to that problem. So pay attention. And if you find a common thing and people talking about all the time, let's say you're standing in the checkout line, and you hear somebody talking about, yeah, I just lost my job. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Man, the bills are piling up. And, a couple of days later, you go to another store and it's like, man, lost my job, or I'm getting laid off. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do now and stuff. Well, you're starting to see a trend of here. Let's look at, is there a market for people that are out of work looking for a way to make income? You bet there is. I'm in it. And there's many people in that, and there's room for more if you're going to step up to the plate and really make something amazing. But eavesdrop on people, don't just sit there and got your ear right up to them, but just casually listen to what the conversation is, and then, if it's not something that's interesting, back off. Oh, by the way, don't forget to look right under your nose. A lot of times people, they look and they search and search and they search, and right there under their nose was something that was marketable. Let's say that let's say you've been a foster parent all your life, and you've had, and you really specialized in special education children, or even a parent with special education children. And do you think that there's other people just starting out in life that they end up with some special needs children, or they go into foster care or something, that really couldn't benefit from your experience? You betcha that they're out there. You've taken that child all the way to adulthood. You've went through the school system. You learned how to get the right education for your child that was a special education child. Maybe you have adopted children, and this you know how to discipline properly with children that are adopted or foster care or whatever. There's people that are looking for the expertise that you have, and a lot of times it's right there under your nose if you look at it in a marketable light. Listen and always pay attention. That's just the key thing here, is always pay attention to the things around you, your surroundings, the people in your lives. Listen to them. A lot of times, a lot of people say, man, you just never listen to me. Well, now they're going to be looking at you and going, man, what are you listening? What are you listening for? You're like always right there listening to me. You need to become involved with the market you are targeting. Let your presence be seen. This is important. Remember, you need to be seen as an authority in your niche market. So you're going to have to make your presence known. You need to start showing up on your blog and posting posting articles on there, and really do this consistently so that you really get your presence known out there. Going to other people's blogs, commenting on them. When you see somebody that has a problem on somebody else's blog, respond to it. Get yourself seen. Go to like Yahoo Answers. Look for people that are struggling with problems on there and asking questions. You go and answer them. LinkedIn.com has a Q&A type place where you can go in, people ask a question, you can go answer that. And the biggest thing, if a lot of people say, well, I don't know the answer to it. There's this amazing tool called Google Search Bar. You go in there and you type, just copy and paste the question, type that thing into the search bar, and you're going to come up with an answer there. You take that answer, copy and paste it, whatever, into your own, write it in your own words, go back to that forum or wherever you found somebody asking that question, and you give them the answer. They're going to see you as the authority now. They're going to go, wow, thank you for helping. They're going to start noticing you. And if you do this enough, you're soon going to be seen as the go-to person with all the answers. So go to the forums, blogs, Yahoo Answers, LinkedIn.com. There are all sorts of things that you can get. Facebook, Twitter. There's all sorts of places that you can go out there and really start being seen and getting your presence known. Learn the language that your target market is speaking. Become one of them. An example of this would be in a market of teenagers. You need to learn to start speaking the language that teenagers are doing. Now be careful, like if you're somebody like in your 70s or whatever, and you're trying to go like, yo man, what's up man, hey dude, and all this kind of stuff, they're going to see through you and stuff. We're not talking about that kind of language. Maybe a better example is like if you decide you want to go into internet marketing, teaching people how to make money online, setting up websites or whatever, you're going to have to learn stuff instead of coming across as, I got to set up one of those page things or whatever so that when people come to my page or whatever, that I can get their name and email and sell to them. Although that's what it is, you're going to need to learn the language. If you want to look credible, it's going to be like, I need to set up my website or my squeeze page so that I can drive targeted traffic to my, and collect their name and email so that I can start sending out broadcast messages to them. You notice the difference is there is we're starting to use the language, the terms that they're using, instead of just generic stuff and coming across as somebody that's probably just starting out or don't really know what they're talking about here. Make sure that you choose a niche where people are ready, able, and willing to spend money. And there's that again. Make sure that people are ready, able, and willing to spend money, because if they're not willing to spend money in the niche that you're in, you're just going to be basically delivering a lot of content to people and never making a dime for it, and I'm sure that's not your intention. When considering a good authority site, you need to make sure that you can easily identify the problems. Don't make it such a struggle looking for problems in there. If they're not there, they're not there. Easily identify the problems, questions, and needs experienced by the people targeted by this niche, and then you supply the answers or the solution. Stand out above the crowd as something different than everyone else is offering. If you're just going to be just like them, you're going to have a hard time standing out and being seen out there. You need to stand out above the crowd as something different than everyone else is offering. Let's, for a quick example, if everybody out there is offering ebooks and you come along and you're just getting started and here's my ebook, what's going to be different about that? What is, and sure, you can make it different. But what if everybody else is offering an ebook and you come along and say, here's my ebook, but guess what else I'm going to do? I'm going to do some training to actually show you how to start doing these things. I'm not just going to leave you alone with that ebook. I'm going to give you some follow-up support, and we're also going to be doing a training coming up, a 3 or 4 weeks training series, kind of like what we're doing here, teaching off of a PowerPoint and creating a webinar. You can, tell these people, it's like, we're going to be doing this training. This is something different than everyone else is doing, and you're going to stand out above the crowd that way. So look for ways that you can stand out above the crowd, and it's not that hard. Too many people say, well, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do different. You're a completely different person than that other person. Let that shine. Let that come through. That what makes you different and unique, let that come through. You need to decide what format would be best for you to use in delivering your solutions to the market that is in need, like ebooks, audios, videos, webinars, teleseminars, physical, whatever you have to deliver the solution. What format is that going to be? Is it going to be an ebook? Well, if there's people out there in a market that, let's say, Book Haters Club, Anonymous or whatever, those people probably are not going to be interested in reading ebooks if they don't like to read. So that's not going to be a good thing. You need to deliver it maybe an audio or visual. So really look for a different format and what format is going to be best for you to use in delivering your solution. Look into developing an even more focused sub-niche as a means of expanding your customer base. So let's just for a quick, let's do the internet marketing niche. Let's talk about, or let's go with organic gardening, something different. Instead of just organic gardening, say you get in there, you're making some money, but now you really want to look for a sub-niche. A sub-niche would be more like beneficial bugs, that are going to come along and eat other bugs or whatever in organic gardening. Go into a different niche, or maybe we're going to talk about different soils or how to test for soils or different things that you can kind of look into. In internet marketing or to make money online, instead of just make money online, maybe you get into just more of a specific targeted niche, teaching list building or setting up your website or, the technical type things. Really start looking for sub-niches, and we're going to get into that and show you a little bit easier. If you just can't figure it out, here's some hot niches that are profitable. They've been around for a while. They're going to be around a while. Look for anything in the weight loss and dieting niche, health or fixing health problems. And this doesn't have to be just, with human. It can be like animal weight loss and dieting, animal health. There's all sorts of things. And then when they get into the animal, you can even go farther into it and say maybe health for birds or for dogs or whatever it is. Fitness and exercise, lifting things that are drooping and tightening things that are sagging. I'll be looking for these myself. Looking good, reversing aging, removing hair, keeping hair, etc. Relationships. And as I was reading this, I was like, kind of looking over this quick, and I was like, wow, there's kind of a whole product funnel set up right here in this one. You can teach people how to find your relationships. And then after you've taught them how to find it, it's like, okay, now that you found it, I've got this ebook on how to keep that relationship. That's something beneficial. And then, but if it still doesn't work out, well, I got this ebook that's going to teach you how to get over that relationship properly so that you can move on. And then it's like, once they've got over them, it's like, hey, remember the ebook I got here, finding them. Well, I've updated that ebook and stuff. And now you get better. I've updated the keeping them, so maybe you'll have a better chance this time. So, you've got a cool little product funnel going. Making money online or offline, small businesses, finding jobs, etc. Anytime you can teach people how to make money or save money, it's a good thing. Parenting problems or concerns, like we were talking about earlier with adoption, special education, even just parenting in general. Personal development, self-awareness is a huge niche. So these are some things that are possible niches if you just cannot find something to start in, choose one of these, and get started researching and get started. Find your passion within the niche. Research your niche. Research each topic on your list. Which ones have people buying digital products in large numbers online? Here's some great places to do some research, and we're going to get into some of these in a little bit more detail after this slide here. Amazon.com, eBay.com, dummies.com is huge. Forums, blogs, magazines, Google Trends, Google AdWords, clickbank.com, pay.com.com. These are where you can go look at products and do some really great research. Keyword research, affiliate marketing, Yahoo Answers is an amazing place to go. With the forums and blogs, because we're really not going to cover too much on that, go into these forums and look at the problems people are facing. If you were to go into somewhere like the warriorforum.com, there's always people in there with so many problems you can supply answers to. You can start making a list of these problems, and you come up with a solution and you deliver it to them. Amazon.com. It's an amazing resource for finding niche markets you've never have thought about entering. Step one, when you get to Amazon.com, in the search drop-down, select books and hit go. So you're going to be looking for books. Go to the book section and hit go. Step two, in the left-hand navigation column, you'll notice all the different book topics. Pick one that interests you. Let's say, that parenting and families come up, and that is one of the topics, book topics that's in there. You go to parenting and families, you click on it. Now you'll notice a new set of topics in the left-hand corner, or the left-hand column. Pick one. Let's say adoption, and I've went and seen research. These are actual topics and subtopics. We're now into the subtopics. Parenting and family. Now we're talking about parenting adopted children. We're looking for those. So we go to the first, we look for the book titles, and now we're going to be going into, the sub niches. So parenting and families, we're now into adoption. Check reviews first of all. Focus on the number of reviews for each book. Reviews indicate markets that's involved and active, which is what we're looking for. Look for larger numbers. If people are active, if that book's good, something that people are really looking at and buying, they're going to come back and write reviews. You're going to have a lot of reviews. If you're not getting a lot of reviews, it's either new, so that's maybe not necessarily something to stay away from. Check, find out how new it is, but it might be just a new book. But if it's been around for a while and there's no reviews, probably something to reconsider. Step 4, look at the titles. These are possible sub-niches. So let's say we're parenting and families, and now we're looking into the adoption, books on adoption. So maybe some of the titles are raising adopted special education children. How to get my adopted child through school, whatever the titles of these things are. These are sub niches that you can go into, because you can share your experience of how you got your adopted child through school, or maybe it's learning to deal with behavioral problems with adopted children. They face different behavioral problems. I know this for a fact. They're different. Their mind's made up a little bit differently because they've been through different circumstances, different problems in their life. And when they come into these homes, the parents they struggle trying to figure out how to handle that child now. And if you've done this, you've been there, you supply the answers for them. Next, you want to look at the sales rankings of these titles. This can be found by clicking on the book cover and moving down the page to the section titled Product Details. The lower the number here is the higher the sales for that particular item. So we're looking for a lower number when we're coming to the sales rankings of these titles. You can use Amazon.com bestsellers. This is going to show you all the best sellers right now on Amazon.com. So these are maybe not something that's going to be last, but you can capitalize on these hot niches right now while they're there, and then be prepared to move on if they if people start losing interest. But you can capitalize on them while they're hot right now. eBay.com. It's a good insight into what is selling right now and what people are looking for. Go to eBay Pulse for finding hot niches. This is a good place you can go, pulse.ebay.com. Another thing you do, go into ebay.com, under the category drop-down, select the niche you are interested in. Just look at the categories that come up. Start going through those categories. When you get to a certain category that kind of piques your interest, take a look at it. click on that category, and you're going to see a drop down select in the niche that you're interested in, and look at the results that appear. You will find the top 10 most popular searches for that category and the top 5 largest stores for that category. This is huge, because now you found something that you're interested in, and now you're going to start looking at the next the popular searches in the largest stores that are there. But it's just going to continue where you're going to have subcategories that you can continue into to dive deeper into it. Look at the keywords that you see for your niche. This is important. When you're doing research, make sure you have a pen and paper out, or at very least a notepad opened up on your desktop for you to type into. But as you're going through this research, take the keywords and write them down so that you can start a good list of keywords for your niche that you've been researching and stuff. This is going to be important, because you're going to need these keywords. These are what people are putting in the search engine searching for. You need to capitalize on these keywords so that you are found at the search bar. Make a list of good keywords related to your niche market. Dummies.com. And we're going to go here in just a second, but if Dummies.com has a book written on a niche, it means they have identified a problem and offering a solution. They have researched the niche, and that's huge. They've already invested the time. They've already invested a lot of money into researching this niche. If they wrote a book about it, it's because people are interested, that people have, and they found out that it's profitable, basically. Go to Dummies.com, and if there's a book on it, it's profitable. The Dummies company has made creating niche products an art form in its own right. Search through their titles and general niches that interest you and jot down potential ebook topics. Just go in there, whatever starts piquing your interest, write it down. And let's just go here quickly. All right, the first thing that pops up here, they're right at the top of Dummies.com. It's taking a little while to load here. But we've got all of these categories. You just start scrolling through them. You're looking at business, career, computer software, consumer electronics, food and drink, health and fitness. Maybe later I'm going to be involved in that. Home and garden, interest. Go down here and all of a sudden pets. Wow, that piques my interest. So we click on it. And over here we got a list of topics, not just pets no more, because pets would be huge. You'd be dealing with some huge pet niches out there that have the market capitalized. Some topics, maybe you're interested in birds instead of cats and dogs. Maybe it's fish or reptiles or whatever. But you know, over here you're going to see the most popular that we're going to be talking about. You got breeds, assorted pets, the care of pets. You know, different things that talking. So we're spaying or neutering. We're getting into sub niches now, that are going to be more targeted. But let's say we decide right up here at the top, birds. And you go into the birds, and the first one that pops up is choosing your bird, the best birds for beginner. So this might be something that you could start in. Maybe you want to go focused on birds for beginners. You know, something more there. Or here we got cockatiels, talking about their feathers, how to teach parrots how to talk, understanding why they talk, reading your parrot's body language. How crazy is that? Housing options for cockatiels, you know, all sorts of things. Potty training your bird. Didn't know you could. I thought they just went. Choosing your birds, but let's say we're going to start with beginners. So you want to focus on the beginner niche. And, you know, that'd be something you can do. One of the good things you can do here, when you click on these things, it's going to open up, and it's going to start telling you for you to choose the right bird, what they feel is it. And it's going to give you a list of all these different birds. Now, these are all articles that you could write. So let's say you're doing the getting a bird for the beginner, choosing the right bird for a beginner, whatever. That's your niche. You go in there, you can set up a blog, and you can start writing. One of the first ones you start doing is canaries. Now, you get a lot of content here. Don't just copy and paste this and take it and put it on your blog unless you're going to give them credit for it if they allow this to happen. Make sure you're allowed to do that, and you give proper credit. Don't just copy and paste. Take these things, say canaries, start researching canaries, and rewrite these articles. Rewrite them in your own word. Dudes, add some more research. Good 300 to 500 good article, blog posts, and whatever. Put it on your blog. Use them to start driving traffic. Submit the articles to Easing Articles and the different article directories to get traffic to your squeeze pages, so that you can start getting a list of people that are actually interested in what you're talking about. But this is a great place to get articles. You can go through, you can write a different article on cockatiels, Quaker parakeets, several different article ideas here going right down through here. So here's some related topics it's going to show you: bathing, problem solving, troubleshooting bird behavior. You know, sponsored links you can do for more researches, comments, maybe people are having problems they're talking about. Just go in and really take a good look at dummies.com. Article directories, we were just talking about them. A good place to go to do some research is easingarticles.com. You don't got to go all over the place searching every single article directory out there. Just go to one or two. The key here when visiting these sites is to just make a huge list of potential topics. And then when you're done, go and research. If there are people searching for information on the subject, at least 5,000 a month, and this is just, you know, what I feel is a good place to start, you've just found a niche topic that could turn into a very lucrative home-based business. Now again, go to Easing Articles, and first thing that pops up, article categories, niches that people are already writing articles about and list building with in these niches. So you start going through them. What interests you? Just start looking through them. Maybe we get over here and we see, let's see, what can we find? Self-improvement. We decide self-improvement. We go through here. What opens up next is all of these subcategories that you can start investigating in and really start targeting. Maybe positive attitude. All right, here we go. We got a whole list of articles. These are possible titles and of niches and stuff that you can get into. Use them to help you come up with titles. Rewrite them. But these are great things, and you can open them up, and you're going to have the different articles. Is your bragging friend driving you nuts? Go through here. Check out the articles. The woman who one-ups you. If you're sick, she is a sicker. Okay, all these great things. But look at the articles. See how they're writing the articles, how they're formatting them and stuff. This is a pretty good-looking article. It's easy to read. You got your subheaders. You've got it nice bulleted points and stuff. Use of numbers is really good. We'll be going into more article marketing. Go down here. Look at the resource box. See how they write their resources. Do they got a good call to action? How are they using their call to action? I invite you to visit. Is that a strong call to action? Here's the benefits. A lot of times they usually say who they are. But what we're looking for is the links here. Go to these links. Let's just go to one here quick. All right, now what we're looking for here, not really listening to her, but she's got a good video going on and stuff. This is what we're looking for. She's got a subscriber box down here. She's list building. That is so huge because list building means one thing. Let me go back here just a second because I want to show you something else. All of these names here, all of these names that you see, the article creators, these people are potential partners. These people usually are all list building. They have lists. Like we just seen, that lady was list building. You can go and start contacting these people to use them as JV partners, or take a look at the products that they have. Get on some of their lists. Find out what they're doing, what's missing in their niches. Really research your competition. Find out what's missing and really take a good look at their products, because you might be able to develop products that can enhance what they already have, because that's huge. You don't want to be competing against everybody all the time. You can enhance their products and services that they already have, and then that's things that they can promote for you, and they can position in their product funnels to make you both money. YahooAnswers.com. Here's the process for researching. Now, once again, you're going to get there and you're going to find a categories list that you can start researching, but there's a search bar also. Go to there, type in the keyword related to the industry that you're searching. So let's say you're looking at business and finance or whatever, and you type in the word unemployment. Create a list of all the questions people are asking within that topic. Just start researching the questions people asking. Look for the common problems. Maybe it's, can I get unemployment if I quit your job? What you need to do, write that down, but then you need to probe to find the hot button. People search for a how, but behind all of this, there is a why, and that's what you're looking for. Why does this person want to know if they can draw unemployment if they quit their job? You need to find out the why to that. Maybe their answer is because they're tired of fighting with a boss, or they're tired of the same mundane routine. Maybe it's they're tired of fighting traffic every day. They want to stay home with their children, more. Their children need them. Look for the whys, because this is going to be very important to you, to look for the why they're doing this. And then formulate a campaign from your findings. Because one of the things that you're going to be able to do here is, let's say you found somebody, can I quit my job and still get unemployment? Why? Well, because I'm just sick and tired of spending time with my boss, or my kids really need me at home. I need to be looking for a way to make money at home and stuff, but I know I'm going to need unemployment. Well, I can formulate a campaign now to show that person is like, look, I can show you how to make money online so that you can stay home, so that you can quit. You don't even got to worry about the unemployment, because you can start making money, and you can, on the internet, and start staying home with those children just exactly like you want, or quit dealing with that boss. So really take a good look at this. This is a huge place to go. And while you're there, answer some questions. Build your credibility and your authority. It's really simple to do. Research through keyword research. Another way to research your product is through keyword research. It's basically the practice of looking at what users are searching for and how they search for it on the internet. When people come searching for something, they type in a group of words in the search bar. These are the keywords that they're searching for. More specifically, keyword research helps us understand the types of things people are trying to find, as well as the words they're using. With keyword research, we can use measures to find out what we really should be selling our product in, if we should be selling our product in the first place. We can make decisions on whether we need to find a smaller, more targeted niche within our niche. So that's really huge. You can base when you type in a keyword, if this is just a really saturated market, you're going to see by the number of searches that your findings and stuff, you might have to start looking for a smaller, more targeted niche for you to really be able to start dominating. But this is a really good place, and you got to get those keywords, because, like I said, you need to meet the person at the search bar. So you need to know the keywords that people are searching for. Go after the long-tailed keywords. No matter what niche you decide on, if you go about targeting the 1 or 2 word search terms, you will find that it can be both difficult and ineffective. Now, one reason is that you will find yourself competing with big established websites, and you will most likely run into the problem of low conversion rates. If you're going to just go after these 1 or 2 little words, let's say we're going into like dogs or dog grooming, there's going to be some major competition, and you're going to struggle. Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. But are you willing to put in that kind of effort, or would you like to put in a little bit of effort and go after a more targeted, smaller niche where you have a better chance of getting started in? You will find that the long-tailed keywords, even though are less popular, less competitive, and less searched for, that they will generally be able to drive a lot of good, qualified, and quality traffic, and that's important. Qualified and quality traffic to your website, which will give a higher conversion of sales. Generally people that will become a buyer. They know exactly what they are searching for, and most likely have the intention of buying, and this is what qualifies them and makes them higher quality scores. They know what they're searching for. They're ready to buy. They're looking for something specific, and there you are. Generally, you'll find that people that are just searching for the 1 or 2 keywords are not really prepared to buy. They're just investigating their options. And I want to show you an example of this. An example, guitar. Look at the results. 1 in 10 of about 267 million for guitar. That's a pretty heavy niche to get into and try to compete with. It's going to have a lot of competition and possibly very saturated market, and I guarantee this is. I did this research. I guarantee you it's going to be hard for you to get started. What if we go with electric guitar or acoustic guitar? Now you've got the keywords electric guitar and acoustic guitar. You see the keywords getting a little bit longer now. The search, 1 in 10 of about 15 million instead of 267. Electric guitar, about the same kind of results. But these people, they're still not narrowed down as to what they really want. They know they're searching for a guitar. They don't know if it's electric or acoustic yet, but at least it's not a folk guitar, something like that. You can look at it that way, but they're starting to get a little bit more specific now. Beginner acoustic guitar. Okay, they're looking for an acoustic guitar, but more specifically, one for a beginner. But this also, and look at the results, 37,500 for beginner acoustic guitar. It's more targeted, more specific. They're coming on the line looking for something more specific now, getting closer to that buying. And the greatest thing about this is if you look at this beginner acoustic guitar, not only can you maybe sell beginner guitars, but what about beginner guitar lessons to that person? So you've got some things that you can start back-ending into your funnel and positioning it now. Let's go farther. Beginner acoustic guitar lessons. Instead of a guitar, they might already have the guitar. They're looking for lessons. Can you do that? Again, we're 6,690 people. We're above that 5,000. We're really getting it narrowed down. These people are looking to find the right lesson for them. And why can't that be you if that's your skill or your passion? Learn how to play acoustic guitar by ear. The results are even less. Maybe we're getting a little bit too low here now, but still, when these people come looking here, I mean, this is a good set of keywords for you to go for. And it's very specific. They're looking for something very specific. They're going to convert better, and they're ready to buy generally. Breaking the broad term keyword guitar down into sub-niches, you can find a more targeted niche to work with. And this is exactly how it's done throughout any niche. You start at the that first keyword, dog. Next, you will be going to dog grooming, how to groom your poodle or whatever, whatever it is, how to groom your poodle in the dark, whatever it is. You just start breaking it down and adding and extending those long-term keywords because those are exactly what people are searching for. And I want to show you something else with this, with the word chicken here. When you type in the word chicken, you get some interesting results. You get chicken recipes. You get Kentucky Fried Chicken. If I'm want to go into raising chickens, I'm probably not thinking Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I typed in the word chicken. You notice there's still some advertising over here on the right here. You see somebody's advertising, so they're going after it, but not so much because they know that people coming right here, they're not really being specific at what they're looking for. We got backyard chicken, so we're raising chickens, eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, and learning how to cook chicken, all sorts of different things. Look at something amazing here. Add the word an S to the word chicken, and it becomes chickens, and what happens? Now all of a sudden we've got rid of the Kentucky Fried Chicken, we've got rid of those people looking for recipes, we're looking for people looking to raise chickens, breeds of chickens, to find out knowledge about chickens, and look at the advertising, how it went up. But again, very popular niche and stuff to get into, but it's going to be really saturated, so you're going to want to break it down into smaller sub-niches. Maybe raising chickens. You're looking for people that are looking to raise chickens. Maybe you break it down and you go through here and you got raising chickens, urban chickens, or raising backyard chickens. So you can concentrate on the people that are out in the country. Maybe you want to show people how to raise chickens in town. Show them the laws and everything that has to be taking place. Let's really start. So maybe it's instead of raising chickens, it's raising chickens in the city, raising chickens in the backyard. Where you really break them down. Go into even more, raising silky chickens. Now we're looking at specific breeds of chicken. These people showing up now we still got advertising going on, not as much because it's probably not as popular of a chicken maybe, but actually they are pretty popular. I raise chickens myself. But these people are looking for something specific. They want to raise silky chickens. They're not looking for Rhode Island chicken, red chickens. They're not looking for barred rocks. They're looking for silky chickens. Narrowing your focus to a small niche market gives you tons of advantages, and these advantages are huge. There's way less competition. Small markets are much easier to dominate, so you can become the source for your product or service online. Since niche markets are often closed groups, your reputation can spread by word of mouth, offering you an ever-growing base of potential customers. You can often find great deals on advertising on other sites that target your small market. So you can hit some of these other sites and look for a place to advertising or using them for joint venture partners. You can easily gain the loyalty of your customers, which offers you lots of opportunities to expand your offer with related products and follow-up offers. Here's Google Keyword Tools. You need to really go to check out, just go do a search online for Google Keyword Tool. And start looking around. Just quickly here, I want to show you a couple things though. When you come to places like this person, they typed in Verizon cell phone. As you can see, there was a lot of advertising in column 1. It shows the advertising competition. If it's all green, basically there's a lot of people bidding on that keyword. It's probably pretty saturated. Column 2 says the local search volume, roughly tells how many people search for that keyword phrase in your country. So if you're running the search from the USA, it tells you that volume in the USA. Column 3 is the global search, tells you a rough number as to what the search volume looks like in all the countries. But look at something interesting here, because this is important for you when you're getting keywords. They typed in Verizon cell phones. What came up? There's also people that are typing in Verizon cell phones, misspelling Verizon. Huge. It's still a lot of people going for that. They know the importance of using these keywords and the misspellings. Next is another misspelling of Verizon cell phones. Still some competition going on. There's still people paying for those ads. And then Verizon wireless cell phones. It's being more specific, but there's still people paying for those ads. They're still searching for them. A local month. So really take a good look at the keywords when you type in a keyword, and it'll actually help you get some more ideas of helping to break that niche down into what people are actually looking for. Check Google AdWords ads. When you do a search on Google for your keyword, you will get the Google search results page. On the right-hand side of the page, you will see the sponsored links by Google. These are what are known as pay-per-click or pay-per-see adverts on your potential competition. If you find there's no AdWord ads, then the market is relatively undiscovered, which is not all that bad, but harder for you to get going on, or quite possibly it's not going to be very profitable as there is not much interest in it from advertisers. Where marketers are paying for advertising usually means there is a market for the product they are advertising, or a bunch of crazy people that don't know what they're doing. If there's advertising, it means that there's market for products that they're advertising. Look for some advertising that are staying at the top for a while. Now here's an example of where to look. Over here on the right, you'll see your sponsored links. These are also sponsored links, these first couple here. But look for these sponsored links. But do a search. Don't just do it once. Come back in a couple days again. And check it every day for all that. And see if some of these guys are staying at the top, because if so, that means they're really fighting to keep these keywords, and they're really making sure that they keep them, because once they start at the top, people are going to be really bidding against these. So if they're really going after these keywords, that means they're making money in this niche. So that's going to really help you to narrow things down a little bit. Evaluating the competition. Your competitor is one in your business that has the loyal following. Now I want to tell you something right now that's very important. Do not go in competing. Look to find ways you can enhance your competition that's already out there. You're going to be much farther ahead. If you can put products that will enhance your competitors' products that they can position in their product funnel as well to make you both money, this is going to be huge. Now there's two types of competition. There's direct and indirect. Direct competition, a company that is basically offering the same products and services to the same market that you do. So these are going to be people like, let's say somebody's in internet marketing and they're teaching a list building course, and you're also teaching a list building course in the same niche. That is direct competition. You're fighting for the exact same company or customers, selling the exact same kind of products. Now indirect is a company that offers the same products and services that you do, but they're offering them to a different market than you do. So a good example would be like if you're driving down Main Street downtown, there's two restaurants side by side. There's a McDonald's and a Taco Bell. They're both after the same market. They're after people that are hungry, looking for fast food, that are just driving by, want to come in, get fast food, pick it up and go. But they're looking for a different market. Taco Bell is going to be looking for people that are looking for the Mexican food, or come in for a good quick taco. Burger King is going to be looking for somebody that wants the hamburger and fries. So they're looking for a little bit different. So you can see, what the difference is between direct and indirect. So you're marketing the same with the indirect, but to a little bit different market there. Know what types of products and services are available on the market. When you're doing a research on your competition, find out what kind of products and services they have available already. And these things you can do to enhance. So maybe it's just a market that has just ebooks in it. Can you enhance that market and enhance that competitor's products by offering audios to that ebook, or doing seminars or workshops on doing live calls, Q&As, so that maybe you deliver an ebook and you say, okay, now for the next 3 weeks we're going to be doing a webinar teaching you to really diving into this ebook and being there to support you through it, so you're not just reading it and trying it on your own. This would enhance that. This offers a service that your competitor can actually promote their ebook. Say, hey, I'm going to promote this ebook, but they also, these guys offer a service for, they're going to actually do a webinar, or they can promote your webinars to their list, to help their customers along with your ebook. So these are some things you can do. Look for what's out there. If it's not there, let's say you're not finding workshops, you're not seeing forums or blogs or ebooks or something. Again, make sure you understand why they're not there, because maybe there's not a market for that. Are there products ranging from low to high prices? Again, take a good look. If they're only low prices, why is there no high prices? Is it something you can add, or is it something the market will not buy? Will they not buy a high ticket price? But if so, if there's not, that's an opportunity for you to add. Does it have a good back end? If not, can you create them, and will people buy them? What comes first? What comes next? Go back to the ebook. If it's only ebooks, your back end is going to be training or supporting those people that buy the ebook. So you do webinars or workshops on them, really teaching them in depth the systems that the ebook is teaching. Is there competition? If no, you may need to rethink your niche. Like I said, there's people that all of a sudden discover something amazing and hot that will be good, but it's going to take a lot of work to get there. So look for competition. Competition is good. It means that people are buying. They're in that niche for a reason. What extra benefits do they provide? What other kind of extra benefits are they providing? Back to the ebook again. Are they providing services that will teach people how to set up things, instead of just saying you need to set up a website? Do they actually have services that teach people how to set up the website? Do they have a service that they will set up the website for the people that just don't understand it and just don't want to do that? So do they have an outsourcing service? What kind of things, benefits do they provide, and what can you add? What kind of customer support is available? And I'm not just talking about a support desk. I'm talking about, do people support their products actually teaching and training afterwards? So what's available to them? If it's good, can you make it better? If it's bad, you definitely can make it better. But what kind of support's available? Do they have affiliate programs? A lot of smaller niches don't know about affiliate programs yet. This is a great place for you to come in, because now you can start getting all the affiliates that are coming in looking for products to sell in that niche. So make sure you look to check out affiliate programs. Website navigation. Are their websites easy to navigate with good design formats that are pleasing to the eye? There's nothing more that says newbie and beginner if you have a poor looking website that's hard to navigate. No, it's not good to design, and it's not going to help your credibility. But also, so if you've got a niche that's just got a bunch of poor looking websites, and you can come through and put this awesome looking website out, who do you think people are going to go to? They're going to go to this easy to navigate website, something that's saying, look, this guy knows what they're doing. This lady here, man, she's really on top of things. Man, this is awesome. I'm coming back here again. Get on the competition's list. You're probably already on them anyways, but start doing something different than just unsubscribing from lists and looking at and buying all the products that are coming from. Buying products is good because you can take a look at them, but really look at your competition. What do they do well? What do they not or do not so well? The things that they do not so well are the holes that need filling, and you fill them. Any problems not being solved. So if you buy a product and you find out there's no extra training, there's problems with this, fill those things. You solve them. Test the products that they have. Test the relationships. Test the support. And I'm not saying by testing the product, go get a product, refund the thing in a couple days after you've tested it out. That's just not right. I mean, test the products, test the relationships, and test the support. Now ask yourself these questions. What are the problems that the market is facing in the niche I have chosen, and how can I best help to solve these problems with the products and services that I may offer? What is it that I bring to the market right now that is something extra that I just do not see the market as having that would benefit my niche market? And stop right now if you are going, I don't know. I just don't have a clue. I'm not good at anything that I know of. That is, you have some amazing talents, and you know you do. Other people know you do. Ask other people if you can't figure them out on yourself. You've got something special to bring to the market. You just need to explore it in that marketable light. Start looking at it in a different eye, a different mindset and stuff. It's really important. How can I best set myself apart from the competition so that I stand above the crowd and be noticed? What's your unique selling proposition? What is it going to take for you to stand above the competition so that you are seen? So that when somebody comes to the search bar, they type in those keywords, there you are, waving your hand saying, here I am, and I have the solution to your problem. What is different about my products or my services that I will be offering that will cause the market to seek out my services and product? To not only, to really start building that name that other people are coming seeking that out, seeking you out. That's where you really want to get to so that you can build that credibility, your name gets around. But what's different about it that's going to cause these things to happen? If you're going to put out the same old ebooks and the same old formats that everybody else is doing, the same old products, you're not going to stand out. They've already got that market. You need to do something different. Be unique. It's not as hard as you think it is. All right, I want to thank you for attending this session, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to the next video.